Hello, my name is Cheryl Gardner, and my presentation is the celebration of the Japanese and the Native American. The purpose of this project is to share the triumph and unification of the Japanese and Native Americans in the present day despite hardships in the United States. The objective is to highlight the rich histories, cultures, traditions, and current issues these minorities may be facing. I attended and explored the Japanese Cherry Blossom Festival in Cupertino and the Stanford Powwow in Palo Alto. To give you some background, the Japanese Cherry Blossom Festival celebrates the sister city relationship between Cupertino, California, and Toyokawa, Japan, as well as showcases Japanese culture, art, and history. The cherry blossom trees in Cupertino Memorial Park are a symbol of their friendship and cultural exchanges. The Stanford Powwow in Palo Alto honors Native American traditions, ancestors, and relationship with Mother Earth. The festival acknowledges the significance of Eucalyptus Grove in Stanford, where the festival takes place, whose lands were home to the Powhatan Tamian Ohlone people. Powhatan refers to an independent tribe of the Ohlone people, and Tamian is one of their 8 linguistic divisions of the Ohlone people. My event observations included the Japanese Cherry Blossom Festival featured East Asian a cappella, kimonos, origami, calligraphy, Kimikomi live doll making, and a tribute to a Cupertino native who fled to an internment camp during World War II. At the Stanford Powwow, the festival featured traditional song, dance, clothing, art, and highlighted the Muwekma Ohlone, honoring the tenacity of their ancestors. Analysis and key findings. The Japanese Cherry Blossom Festival showcased a sister city declaration that intends to strengthen the bond between USA and Japan through economic and cultural exchanges. The Stanford Otone a cappella group is committed to sharing their cultural East Asian heritage with the world, combining Chinese, Korean, and Japanese music that strengthens Asian American identity by uniting. Cupertino resident Arnold Knows Life was displayed, who was forced into an internment camp after the attack of Pearl Harbor, drawing attention to past marginalization, systemic inequities, and exhibits resilience of the Japanese community. Findings at the Stanford Powwow include members of the Muwekma Ohlone spread awareness of not being a federally recognized tribe, a form of activism. It is also evidence of systemic inequities and marginalization. The Muwekma Ohlone said that they have never left their indigenous land, and the festival is meant to repair the sustained damages of colonization exhibiting resilience. The Muwekma Ohlone offered a land acknowledgement to their former land, as nature is part of their spirit and identity. During a tribal dance, an interesting finding was the women surrounding the men, as it was said that the women protect the men. Connection to course concepts include the Japanese Cherry Blossom Festival showcased the story of Arnold Nose, a victim of systemic racism, as he was forced out of his Cupertino home during World War II. Nose's return to his Cupertino home after surviving life at an internment camp reflects his pride to preserve his culture at his rightful home. The sister city relationship between Cupertino and Toyokawa is intended to contribute to world peace and has resulted in a student exchange and disaster relief program that promotes equity and cultural preservation. At the Stanford Powwow, the Muwekma Ohlone bring attention to historical colonization and take pride in their cultural heritage, being the first inhabitants of the Bay Area. The Muwekma Ohlone encouraged attendees to visit their website to sign a letter to Congress to restore their federal status, granting them sovereignty and cultural preservation. It would promote equity by having access to federal programs and funding. Reflection. Attending the Japanese Cherry Blossom Festival deepened my understanding of the distinct struggles of early Japanese immigrants living in America during World War II. It helped me critically think of how panethnicity is appropriate in some settings and not others. Attending the Stanford Powwow granted me knowledge on the important issue of Native Americans still being ostracized by the government, deepening my understanding of the importance of tribal sovereignty. Conclusion. The Japanese play a significant part in history in the United States. Social harmony is important in Japanese culture as well as traditional art. The Muwekma Ohlane's fight for sovereignty and thus cultural preservation is evidence of ongoing marginalization. Learning of both struggles these minorities have had to endure leads to rich cultural knowledge on a deeper level. Visiting Cupertino Memorial Park or websites like muwekma.org can expand knowledge on cultural history and the past, and spread awareness to current systemic inequities. Discussion. What would you incorporate in your own cultural festival to fully express your heritage? Thank you.